You have before you the agenda for today's board meeting.
Ms. Peterson, with regard to the agenda, I have a recommendation for your consideration. A number of years ago, when we added to the agenda public participation, we did so with the understanding that public participation would be public comments. For a number of years, we followed the protocol that public comments were for members of the public to address any past agenda item, present agenda item, or an agenda item that they thought would come before the board in the near future. But questions and answers at the board meetings were not to be addressed at the board meetings. In other words, a member of the public could ask any question that they wanted for the staff and or the board to research, review, and in a timely, thorough manner respond to. In the last couple of meetings, several matters have been addressed. Questions asked, responses, not just from Mr. Craig, but from members of the board, that have legal implications that I think could cause misunderstanding, and it's not appropriate for us to address questions that come during public participation. That's not to say members of the public cannot ask that questions be ultimately addressed, but at this board meeting, I would recommend that the board take any questions under advisement for the staff and or the board to respond.
To respond at the next day. Any comments? Yes.
Is that something that we have to vote on as a board?
I think it's a protocol, not a policy, where you just take matters under consideration with the understanding that when the board members make any comment at the that aspect of the board agenda, if the board members wanted to make a comment on something, they can, but it's my recommendation that you take matters that have serious implications under advisement so that a complete response can be made.
Mr. Sweeney, I meant, we as a board, do we vote on whether we have work sessions or not?
Oh, I think that's.
I'm totally in agreement with what you're saying, your original statement. I'm just saying what.
We now have before us a recommendation from the superintendent regarding 2 bids. Any questions for Mrs. Ante?
I'm glad to see the bids are close. Sometimes they're all over the board.
Yeah, and much less than what we were paying this past, from the last bid, so it's down about the $4,000, I think, roughly a month. So good bid.
That wide area network is, we're getting more capacity for about $25,000 to $3,000 a month cheaper than Charter is the existing provider too.
It is.
Stay the same provider as well.
Do you have a motion to approve the recommendations for these bids?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the bid actions are approved.
I have a quick question for Mr. Sweeney. I'm still trying to process this, that we can ask questions but not get answers. The problem is, you know, business goes on here and all we have is the agenda. We don't know what is being voted on half the time because we don't have the figures or any descriptions in front of us. And so I understand that there are certainly some things that we would ask that might require a little research or something to come up with an answer. But for example, if I wanted to ask what was the bid, what were the bids for that were being voted on today, could that not be answered?
My suggestion is that you take any such inquiry under advisement the staff is available after the meeting, and they can explain what additional steps will be needed in order to get complete information. Tell them when they might answer and whether they might answer, given the process of the nature of the matter that's under consideration.
I'm not even asking for details. What was it, what were you voting on?
The staff will be available after the meeting to answer questions.
Yeah, we didn't vote on anything, no, there was,
You voted about accepting bids.
oh, I'm sorry, I thought you meant,
It was never said what the bids were for, we're just curious.
okay. Is
I would
Miss,
convert the question that the speaker would like to have additional information on that subject. And we'll take that, you take that under advisement and appropriate time in an appropriate manner respond.
That was not my intended question, that's just a result of what's gone on here tonight.
Yes, there are things not to be shared with us because they're personnel issues or legal issues. But on something as simple as what my daughter brought up, to ask a question about what those bids were that were referred to, because we had no idea what they were. It just said bids on the agenda. And I think I heard something with internet access and speed, but there was nothing about what the other bid was. This is not acting in the public interest.
Can you tell us what the bid was?
oh, sure, sure. Well, I think Miss,
We had a WAN bid basically for our fiber ring, which Charter was awarded, and the other bid was transportation services, which was rejected.
Thank you.
and Robin, or you?